What was the name?
Chair, it was particularly Charles Mukasa who was given those roles of the accounting officer.
And the second one was?
Nansamba Pauline, she was given some roles on legal advice.
Charles Mukasa, could you avail the committee that document?
Much obliged, Honorable Chair.
Ms. Nansamba, in terms of accounting.
Honorable Chair.
Yes.
This
a technical team, someone pick a document from
This
Mukasa.
was 8th September 2025.
Yes.
And on 14th April 2026, I received a letter that revoked those additional assignments, Honorable Chair.
Okay.
So I am no longer there, Honorable Chair.
Maybe to pause there. Madam Chairperson, Miss Ejang stated that to write those instructions, you coerced her, and she brought some messages to prove that you put her under pressure. Is it true or not?
It is not true.
CID, I hope you have retrieved the messages. Get a microphone. Clerk received this. Yes, you can access that microphone. How far with the retrieval of the messages?
Chair, we retrieved those messages and it is in safe custody in the office.
Okay.
But if given time, I can avail you to the committee.
Okay. Yes, accounting officer. Before you, Ms. Nansamba, did you execute roles of accounting officer?
Thank you, Chair. By the instruments mentioned by Mr. Mukasa, I was given additional responsibilities on the 8th of September 2025 in relation to legal and compliance that required that, among others, I support the Secretary in recording of minutes of the Commission meetings. I executed that assignment to the best of my ability until on the 14th of April 2026, I received revocation of those instructions.
Did you get any verbal communication from the former accounting officer being concerned over that delegation?
No, sir, I did not.
Did not. Okay, let's turn to the accounting officer. You have heard the several members' concerns and also the issue of delegation of roles and payment of this additional payment. Has it come to your knowledge that this additional payment was made or you still make it?
Honorable Chair, as you are aware, the period under review, I was not responsible, but I'm aware, and I associate with what they have said. Those roles had been assigned to Mr. Mukasa and Ms. Nansamba, and they executed them like they have said until April, when I assumed office. That's when those roles were taken away from them.
Okay, and then to the other members' questions?
There is a honorable member who asked who is responsible for payments. The answer is the accounting officer.
Since when?
Since the 17th of April this year.
And the other questions?
The other question was on the 10.4 billion supplementary. In our last appearance, the Commission planner submitted the document, the work plan detailing how the 10.4 billion was utilized. But broadly, Honorable Chair, it included 2 billion for salary enhancements. It included money for ICT equipment. it included money. It included money for core activities of the Commission, that is complaints management, research, education and documentation, monitoring and inspections. In fact, before the supplementary, those core mandates were oscillating between 100 and 300 million. For instance, monitoring and inspections was receiving 150 million before the supplementary, but after the supplementary, the figure shot to right now about 800 million. And for research, education and documentation, it had 100 million. Right now, the budget for research, education and documentation is in the region of 900 million. And complaints management received the exponential increment. It is now from about 300 million, is now 1.1 billion. In this financial year alone, the complaints management, the tribunal monies is 600 million.
Maybe
150
just to take you back
per quarter.
To take you back to 2024, 2025, the former accounting officer alluded to the fact that this money was partly for tribunal sittings.
Honorable Chair,
That
come again.
Part of this 10 billion was to cater for tribunals. Is it yes or no?
Honorable Chair, I do not have at my fingertips transactions of 2004-2025. I do not have them.
So we take the submissions of the accounting officer. Where is the human resource? There was a question to do with how staff on promotion, internal we shall return. Yes, update us on how you recruited, because Nansamba is a beneficiary. She cannot account for her recruitment and promotion. It is you to account.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Nansamba was headhunted by the chairperson of the commission, having come in as a personal assistant to the chairperson. And she joined the commission on 1st October 2021 in the position of Senior Human Rights Officer, personal assistant to the chairperson.
So, what have you said? Could you avail us the employment record, the employment, the chronology in the documents? Avail the committee. You have them?
Yes, Chairperson.
For Ms. Nansamba?
Yes, Chair.
Technical team, Uganda assist us to submit those. Ms. Nansamba, just to clear you off, in terms of your promotion, we shall get from the human resource. Ms. Nansamba, there was another serious allegation made by Ms. Ruse that you close deserving human rights cases without following the proper Uganda Human Rights Commission manual or process, and that it is done by you and the chairperson, that there are several deserving cases you have closed on your own and in your capacity. Maybe be on record to assist us and understand what you have done, what you haven't done in respect to cases and their closure.
Thank you, Chair. I'm on record in an earlier session of this committee stating that I do not have the powers or authority to close cases. That authority lies with the Commission. I am guided by the Commission, and I communicate the position of the Commission in accordance with my role as registrar to the tribunal.
How many cases have you closed since you took up that role with the guidance of the Commission, since they are here?
Chair, In the year 2025, which is when I took on the docket of director,
Yes.
136 files were heard at tribunal. 35 of those were awarded. 101 were dismissed. And 411, in addition to those, 411 were closed in 2025, and 428 were closed in 2026. And I am able to submit this record.
Okay, technical, go and pick. And you said you were guided by the commission. Was that your submission?
Yes, Chair.
Commissioners, beyond record, you closed 136 files, 101 cases dismissed, 411 files closed, one by one. Did you approve of this?
The 400 and, is it 412? The one of 2026.
We are 2025.
Those ones of 2025, yes. But the ones that were closed in 2026, we had not sat. Those closures don't have a commission minute.
How many cases?
I'm not sure about the number, but those ones were closed. Was it in April?
Ms. Nansamba, when did you close these cases?
The ones that were closed this year. I also want to add something, Chair.
Okay.
That this said Ms. Nansamba. I also want to be clarified on this issue by the human resource manager, and also Nansamba to confirm that actually right now she holds 4 positions. One person, she's the Director, Legal Complaints and Investigations Director. She's the Acting Director, Monitoring and Inspection.
Are you capturing, clerk, this information? Yes.
She's also the Chairperson, Uganda Human Rights Contracts Committee. She's also the Chairperson, Uganda Human Rights Fleet Management Committee. All those are held by her.
Who appoints?
Some of these two should have passed through the commission meeting, and they didn't. And she still holds those positions as we speak.
So she's holding these positions without your approval as a commission? Yes, the other commissioner. We're on cases. The next commissioner.
Can I say something about the closure?
Yeah, you are going to be the last. Let them finish so that you respond to them at all. Yes, Honorable. Okay, Commissioner Simeo.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, about the cases we are talking about, those are cases of 2026. The letters which were sent to the complainants. Procedurally, cases are closed within the tribunal session. When we read to the complainants, our findings. We last had the tribunal in December 2025. To be on record, these cases, the one we are talking about, there was a point of concern of recently, I think like either in April, we had a meeting with all our regional offices. We are at the Dasbarina Hotel in Busega there. They were so concerned about the letters which Director Nansamba sent to them, and the complainants refused to receive these letters. It was even there was even something on WhatsApp when somebody was complaining and said, "You people, how do you close a case without my knowledge?" We have cases where, for example, the last adjournment, say in September, say we are coming back maybe in February, please bring your witnesses. But this person ends up receiving a letter, closing the case. This was a serious concern. It was a serious concern even to our field officers. I think that's what I can say.
Yes, the other commissioner, I want to capture, because she's alleging you are the one who approved. You need to confirm.
Approving the how many?
411 closed in 411 closed in 2025, 136 files had and then 101 dismissed. Then the revelation you are hearing from your fellow commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, we have 2 tribunals. And each tribunal, we sit 4 people, chaired by the chair. In 2025, how many were there? Oh. The sittings of the tribunal that we had in 2025, Mr. Chairman, I think for my tribunal there were around 6 or 7. Shouldn't have closed all the 400. So I don't know where they were closed from.
So you were surprised about the figure?
Yeah, so, and we can't sit in a tribunal and dismiss 400 cases. No.
Yes, the other commissioner, you have anything?
If you add the matters we've had, they cannot even total up to 200. I think, Mr. Chairman, the simple calculation is this. How many cases did we consider in 2025?
How many?
Yes. And then, how many were awarded and how many were dismissed? When you add up, you see whether they total up to the total dismissal or closure. So I doubt whether the total amount of cases we looked at were even that number.
They are fabricating.
Yes, the other commissioner.
They are fabricating.
Thank you, Chairperson. Up to the year 2025, when the tribunal sits, we do consider all matters before us, and what we come out with at each tribunal is either the complaints are upheld and probably at the same time compensation awarded, or it is dismissed in the decisions, or it is adjourned for further hearing. So those cases, I don't have the numbers, but for all those cases which we had up to 2025, the records should be there. The ones which were closed, which were dismissed, it was done at the tribunal sittings.
Commissioner Kaheru.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, the chairperson of the Human Rights Commission presides over the tribunal function. And in that regard, many times she, in fact, takes the lead in authoring things like the decisions. She shares and we go through and we agree if we agree, and we share our comments if we don't. And Chair, I want to, in fact, we are lucky that the chairperson is also here, and I would want this to really fall in her remit, because my thinking is that the chairperson may have appropriately provided the guidance on what files need to be closed within her function. But let me also say this, that the administrative closure of files, especially those that may not meet a certain prescribed threshold before they get to the tribunal level, should be an administrative function which is subject to the Commission's established procedures. And I want to imagine that could have been done in that space, but we can take the benefit from the chair. Thank you.
Maybe before let's get from the chairperson. There is another commissioner?
Yes. With your permission, Chair, Honorable Simeo will say he wants to add on, or proceed.
Maybe before Simeo, he had a question.
It was me, but he wanted to add on, then I...
Yeah, Honorable Chair, I have a copy of one of the letters, because we have to set the record very, very clear. If, with your permission, I can read this letter.
From who?
No, written, signed by Madame Pauline Nansamba. One of the letters closing one of the case files before the tribunal.
So you will have
because
the copy?
The copy is here. What I want to...
Will you have the committee copy?
Yes, I will.
Okay, read.
Okay, thank you, sir. The letter is dated 4th March 2026. Kindly note that one. We'll start the tribunal in December 2025. But the pictures to be very clear. When somebody comes up that the commission closed the what?
Okay.
The file.
Okay, read.
So this letter, dated the 4th March 2026, is addressed to Mr. Chirere Godfrey of Bumbiri Village, Kikyo Parish, Ngamba Sub-County, Bundibujo District. Reference complaint number FPT, that is for Potro, Stoko 0046, Stoko 2017. Chirere Godfrey and Anthony Geno. Reference is made to the above complaint you lodged with the commission. You allege that on 3rd October 2017, okay, I can jump the details, but the most important point is here. Accordingly, the commission has decided to close the file, having determined that the evidence demonstrated the police officer acted in self-defense. That's the most important point, Honorable Chairperson, that at no one time we have ever sat as a commission.
I'm Dr. Lawrence, Vice Chancellor of Victoria University. Right now, the world is being rewritten, and I want to show you exactly how. Artificial intelligence has already changed how we work, how we learn, and how we live. It's not coming, it's here. And the question every parent should be asking is your child's university moving with it or being left behind? Take education. This used to be the classroom. Chalkboards, rows of desks, one voice at the front of the room. Now, this is the classroom at Victoria University. AI tutors, real-time feedback, every student learning at the speed of their own brilliance. Healthcare is next. This is how diagnosis used to work. Slow, manual, guesswork. This is how our students train today. AI-powered diagnostics, simulation labs, predicting illness before symptoms even appears. This is the future of medicine, and it's being taught right here in Uganda. It doesn't stop there. The way we bank, the way we farm, the way we build, AI is quietly rewriting every single one. And East Africa cannot afford to watch from the sidelines. So if you're a parent and you want your son or daughter to lead, not follow, this new world, ask yourself, where should they be? At Victoria University, our students don't just learn about AI, they build with it every single day. Victoria University is not just adapting to the age of AI, we are leading it. The leading university in artificial intelligence in Uganda and across East Africa. The future is already being built. The only question is, will your child help build it? Victoria University, where Africa's AI future begins. Apply today.
You've been searching long enough. This isn't just any other platform. This is a place where every turn leads to something exciting. There are thousands of action movies on Afro Action. Drama series, binge-worthy stories on Afro Romance, all waiting for you.
What is it that you're looking for out there that you can't get in your home?
Got little explorers? Here's a world built just for them. cartoons, learning, adventures, safe family content they'll never want to leave. Sports action. This is MTN TV by Afro Mobile.
Mami!
Wanje sabo.
Ugamotia. Oina kachi. Ha. Kagulinzi tekako. Teka kagulinzi. I want everything, eh?
Okay.
Yes. So, when I pay the time, this will increase my loan limit. Hey, Hemutieni Momo. Madam, remove the food. Put more meat. Add the meat. Yes. Hey. Now, these are the fruits of paying your loan is in time.
That's right. Every time you repay your Momo loan on time, your loan limit can increase, giving you access to more money when you need it most. Dial *165*5# to borrow, pay back, and grow your limit with Momo loans.
You have juice?
Yes.
Juice in me.
Seven nations, one crown. Uganda hosts the first edition of Miss Tourism East Africa. On Saturday, 12th of September at the Kampala Marriott Hotel, witness the beauty, culture, and the spirit of Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Sudan, Burundi, and the Democratic Republic of Congo as they compete for the crown. Who will become the face of East Africa? Experience an unforgettable night of culture, unity, tourism, and transformation. Gates open at 5 p.m. Come support your country. Reserve your corporate table today for 3.5 million Uganda shillings or secure your VIP ticket for 200,000 from carrytickets.com. Miss Tourism East Africa 2026.
Powered by Next Media, EV Cab, UTB, Simbaland, Uganda Wildlife Authority, No End Entertainment, Ministry of East Africa Affairs, Ministry of Tourism, Vera Beauty and Fashion College of Kenya, Gorilla Tours, and Marriott Hotel Kampala.
The playground has moved. More than a third of Uganda is online now, and half the country is under 18. 1 in 5 Ugandan children face cyberbullying. Most never tell anyone. It can look like trolling, body shaming, even grooming. Different harm, same silence. Be a cyber hero. Protect a child online the way you would in person. Mute it, report it, check on them. A hero doesn't have to be big. They just have to do something. Be a cyber hero.
Looking for a household cleaner that truly delivers? Meet Appo, the antibacterial cleaning powder for bathrooms and surfaces. Appo is formulated for 3-dimensional cleaning. It's a scouring agent that scrubs off dirt and stains, a germicide that kills 99.9% of household germs, and it works with water to wash everything away, leaving your bathrooms and ceramics hygienic and sparkling clean. Keep up hygiene standards without breaking the budget. Switch to Appo today. Appo is available at supermarkets and convenience stores countrywide.
From the grandest stage, the badges change, but the passion remains. It's a special goal! Come at the hour! Come at the man! This football is from the heavens. What a story this is!
10 months of drama lie ahead. The stage is set.
The biggest stars from the world's biggest leagues on SuperSport. It's on GoTV.
18 schools, 1 stage. Only the sharpest minds survive.
Who led to the rebuilding of the walls of Jerusalem? Joshua. That's not correct.
Group stage weeds out the weak. Quarterfinals raise the stakes.
Let's go.
Only 6 make it to the semis and just 2 fight for the trophy. Every round, someone's dream ends. Every question, a school's legacy is written.
What Old Testament prophet was told to marry a prostitute?
Inter-Schools Bible Quiz Challenge coming soon on MTN TV.
The evidence, you don't. So at what? How do you listen to evidence before a person is heard? Do you ever hear evidence unilaterally, where you commission examines files in the absence of the parties, and then you communicate the decision? Thirdly, Madam Nasambo also take us regarding as what point she receives the communications that close these ones. So does she? Who goes through the files? Who goes through the files? I hope she's listening, because we will need. Okay, I'll repeat. Yes, I want clarification on those 2 issues. That one, do you ever interrogate evidence in absence of the parties, where a person says, we've reviewed the evidence, you don't satisfy? How do you interrogate evidence or look at evidence in the first place of a person's file, and make a decision unilaterally? Thirdly, regarding the communication of what files to close, do you receive a list? We want to know whether you received a list in writing that please close all these ones, or is the communication oral? We would like to get that evidence that I received communication, because 400 files, I don't think it was oral communication. I want to imagine it was a written communication that close these files or communicate to these people. How did you get to the decision?
Maybe I don't want us to lose track. For us not to lose track, I think there was one closed case as a case study, which she has since owned up, and she was trying to assist us on what basis the same was closed, and. She has read out her document she has relied on. It is our business to make a finding. Now that she relies on that guidance of 2023, what is only disturbing is that she had quoted that it was a directive or guidance from the chairperson. I don't want to drag the chairperson into listening, come in at this stage. Are you the one who authorized the Nansamba to close a case citing a non-existing meeting according to the commissioners?
Chairperson, a lot has been said. Let me try to respond briefly. One is that all our officers perform delegated roles of the Commission. When you look at the Bill of Rights, those functions of the Human Rights Commission, where the Constitution says the Commission shall have the following functions: inspect places of detention, to assess conditions of inmates, to investigate whether at its own initiative or upon a complaint, to do a program of research. The commissioners and the chairperson do not perform these roles personally. So all our officers, whether at head office or in the regional and field offices, perform delegated roles of the Commission. When our officers go to inspect places of detention, when they receive a complaint, when they commence investigations, for example, when they are writing, maybe to, let me give the example of maybe Mbale Hospital. This is how this letter goes. The Commission received this complaint on this day, where the complainant alleges torture, whatever. This is to request you. The Commission is requesting you to examine this complainant and furnish us with a report. That is how those letters read. The Commission received, the Commission is requesting you to examine. So, This use of the word commission does not mean that whenever our investigator in Soroti writes such a letter to a hospital, there has to be a minute of the commission meeting. But because they perform delegated roles of the commission, they invoke the commission in their communication. So even our lawyers, like when they are communicating any decision of the commission, with or without, if we are to have minutes of commission meetings for every letter which goes out, whether by an investigator or somebody going to visit a police station, we would not have the time to sit every day to come up with those minutes. So these are delegated roles of the commission. And before I go to some of the reasons why these cases are dismissed, let me appreciate the question posed by the deputy chair of the committee, that why admit a matter in the first place, knowing that it does not meet the criteria of the commission, and then 5 years down the road, decide to communicate that you can no longer go ahead with. This is, I really appreciate this question. It is a challenge we have. We inherited cases which were, in my humble legal opinion, admitted in error. Some of them date as far back as even 10 years, but they were admitted in error, and we cannot go ahead with them. Take, for example, a case which is res judicata. Maybe in the course of scheduling this matter for hearing, or after commencement of the hearing, the Attorney General, let me say Attorney General because almost all these cases are against the state, brings evidence which is irrefutable that this matter was adjudicated upon. Let me give the example of Luwero, because that one I even have a record. This court sitting in Luwero on this day had this matter and decided, and this person was actually compensated. And so at the moment you realize it is res judicata, you don't convene a commission meeting to get a minute before you close that matter. We agreed, and maybe in the future I will bring to this committee copies of our decisions, which were even signed by members of the commission when we were dismissing cases, or even proceedings, where we decided that we must have a criteria on which cases meet the threshold for a hearing. We have agreed, and this one is in so many decisions. I can submit copies to this committee. We agreed that where upon commencement of hearing a case, we discover that the complainant has relied on forged medical reports, that hearing must terminate. One is we don't want to aid and abet fraud, and we owe a duty to both parties to be impartial. We cannot allow a hearing to continue on a case which is premised on forged evidence. The same tribunal agreed that by the time as we were preparing to hear this matter, it was time in either a commission go through the files. If I discover that this matter was brought against the wrong party, in this case, most of these cases are against the Attorney General. If you read the statement of the complainant and discover that he was beaten by a mob, and that the police came in to rescue this person, and unfortunately he died in the hands of the police, and the case of violation of the right to life has been brought against the Attorney General, why wait to go through a full hearing?
Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just need to understand from the chairperson. You mean you review files alone and make a decision alone, or you call a commission to come and sit with you?
And actually, the point in issue is that, for example, we have a case study of a closed case. Ms. Nansamba alludes to a guidance from the chairperson and probably the commission. The commission is saying no. We don't have such a position. Are you supporting Nansamba in closing cases and specifically in relation to a case cited, for example?
Mr. Chairman, among the documents we should submit to you is a copy of our complaints handling manual. This manual was adopted.
And by the way, equally the commissioners are complaining that she has so many titles. Who gave her all those positions?
Further clarification, Mr. Chair.
Let her first answer that. Who gave her all that role? You're going to come in. You're going to come in. Yes? Is she being accused of these positions illegally, or you appointed her?
Mr. Chairman, I request that maybe we be systematic. I will break. I don't know which question to answer.
Because
okay, can we?
The narrative you are giving is a longer story. We want to iron out these questions which have been raised. First of all, Nansamba holds many positions. Are you the one who authorized? The commissioners are saying they are also surprised. Now, we don't know who knows. Number two, just guide us.
Chairs every tribunal session. Under the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, the chairperson has certain qualifications which are very clearly stipulated. It says the chairperson of the commission shall be a judge of the High Court or a person qualified to be a judge. I believe there is a reason why the chairperson has to have those qualifications. There is a reason why, I think that was partly the basis why.
But the commission is composed of the chairperson and the commissioners. Now, whether you have PhDs, so are you saying because of your qualification, you bypass the requirement of the Act?
Chairperson, I think at this level, let me concede that going forward, whatever interim or anything to do with the file, we shall be convening commission meetings.
Clarification, Mr. Chairman.
I want to concede that that is now.
There are two issues on the table.
Chairman.
Appointment of Nansamba is away from the commission. We are surprised that the commissioners are saying they are also surprised on how she has all those offices. We want to find out who assigned her the roles. Are you the one? Yes or no?
The role of director, she assumed that role. It's a practice at the commission. When a substantive officer leaves the commission, the second in charge of that unit or directorate assumes the role as acting in that position until a decision is made whether to confirm this person or not. When the director legal affairs was appointed a judge and she left the commission, Nansamba was the second in command of that directorate. So she assumed the role until we confirmed her. And the other one was...
she has the three titles.
Three titles.
Four.
Directorate, again, of monitoring and inspections. The director of monitoring and inspections resigned that role and got an international job. So Nansamba is merely acting in this position.
I think what I need to understand is it you who assigned her minus the involvement of the other commissioners, or into those roles? I think that is the answer we need. Or she self-imposed herself?
It would have been impossible for her to superimpose herself. I presented a suggestion to the commission meeting and it was upheld.
So these commissioners are deceiving us? Yes? Beyond record. You are deceiving us. They gave you a suggestion. You approved her, and you are here denying her.
Chair, I want to go on record on that. If the chairperson can recall, I talked about some people who take responsibility. One I had talked about who was in red, is a capable man. Another one that we have a senior lawyer, Bogota. We have Priscilla Nyarugoyi, who have been in that directorate. So I think like how Margaret Ejang was saying, things will be discussed, they end in that format. So that's why we say it was not wrong somebody to hold two portfolios when others are there and capable.
I think the issue is, she says she brought it before the commission and you approved, and then you are here denying.
No, some of us, you know, it is about consensus, as they call it. So it could have been taken in that manner, but it was an irregularity.
Procedure.
Yes, procedure.
Thank you, Chair. I think, Chair, it would be procedural right if you put a question before the commissioners to simply say yes or no, rather than taking us in history, which we wrote help us, to save time. Thank you very much.
Yes, Honorable Kim.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, if there is if the chairperson is saying that Madam Nansamba was approved by commission, it's not a hearsay. Can they produce minutes of the approval to make confirming that approval? It is just easy. Number two, Mr. Chairman, the chairperson said.
Now we're asking Nansamba to produce minutes.
Yes.
Appointing her. Who we assigned the account?
No, the chairperson.
Accounting office.
Yes. Who is responsible? Because it's not a hearsay.
The secretary.
If anyone was approved, there must be minutes of approval.
Accounting officer, we need the minutes.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I'm a little bit disappointed by the person of Nansamba being a lawyer and a director legal now. And I hear compliance to write a letter dismissing a case, and in the letter quoting, if I had the very well Commissioner Smell saying, accordingly, the commission took a decision, something like that. But by my understanding of that clause, it is that the commission, having heard from what was presented, took a decision to dismiss the case. Now, the commissioner is saying we did not sit since December 2025. The case was dismissed in March 2026. You can imagine. And now, after that, I heard Nansamba saying, we were, at first she said she got directive from the chair. And then when you asked her to present the document, she brought a document of 2023. And I've listened to what the submission of the chair. She could not come to this later. Mr. Chairman, I don't know whether you are following. I was saying I listened to the chair. I did not hear the chair pronouncing herself on this specific case that was dismissed. For me, normally, I want to advise the witness that once we lose track of your submission, when we are retreating to write a report, it affects you. I feel that this issue, Mr. Chairman, I feel that this issue of the case that was closed, among others, because I'm hearing 400, I'm hearing 123, so that means there are a lot of cases. I think it would be prudent for us to conclude this, to know, I think Vice Chair you can take on as the chairman is, so that, because at the end of the day I want the pronouncement of the leadership. I think it would be prudent for us to finish this case that has been cited, and that one will help us on determining the other cases that they closed or they did not close. That is one. Two, maybe Madam Nansamba is the best among the staff of the commission. But even if she was, you cannot assign her, because she's an individual, the role of monitoring and inspection, the role of the director, legal and compliance, the role of what follows. We want to know whether the commission has no other capable members that the leadership can assign the role. Then lastly, I want to go back to the chairperson. Is it chairperson or director? HR. She is the other one, I think. How do you, in your capacity as the head HR, how do you process the recruitment? Does a member just come and head the hunt and say, please appoint Mpindi, Director Finance, URA, and then you as the Director Human Resource, you just give the contract and someone begins enjoying the office? Can you tell me how you process the recruitment of the staff of Uganda Human Rights Commission?
I think the questions were too many.
Yes.
We are too many.
Chairman, allow me to say I take
Madam
responsibility.
You be on the record. Yes?
I want to tell this
Chair,
committee.
before she...
No.
Yeah.
Chairperson, proceed.
I take responsibility for each and every case which was closed or dismissed, or interestingly, no one is talking about those we allow. There are cases which we uphold. So I want, as a chairperson of the commission, and as the person who chairs every tribunal session, I want to personally take that responsibility. If there is any sanction to be imposed on anyone for closure or dismissal of cases, I want to own that sanction, Mr. Chairman.
But you see, Madam Chair, Chair, if you can allow me for a minute, it is okay to take responsibility after ascertaining whether what is said is true. Otherwise,
I think the way we are moving,
Mr. Chair, on that very matter.
The way we are moving,
on that very matter, Mr. Chair.
When a witness concedes and take responsibility,
1 minute,
I will not
Mr.
open up that.
1 minute, Mr. Chairman.
No, I will give you on another issue. I think on the issue of cases, she has taken responsibility.
But Mr. Chair,
she has taken responsibility, and let's interrogate the other aspects. No, we have to find a way of moving.
Chair, we have to move, but Chair,
you are raising up your hands late.
Chair, please.
Now she has already taken responsibility.
Chair, please. Clarification.
Honorable Chair, as we've heard a lot from Nansamba, I just wanted one clarification to help us during report writing.
Clarification from who?
Particularly, who is somebody? Chair did like this.
Now, clarification from who?
Honorable Chair, I need a clarification from Madam Nansamba to guide us or help us, especially me, while we are doing report writing. Positions that have been allocated to her in terms of acting and maybe the one of contracts committee, which anyone would have taken up, really gives me an impression that maybe she's a super performer. So in her submission, she didn't give us sufficient light on where she has been successful in terms of managing cases. I wanted her to speak on the other side.
Maybe the matters we are interrogating
of cases that are well concluded.
The matters we are interrogating are audited, and we have the details by the Auditor General. We are trying to ascertain as to whether the right process was actually followed. As regards her appointment, I think we got from the HR some documents on record. And as regards to the assignments, I think we can just compare the submissions of one of the witnesses, Young, her revelation, and now the responsibility that has been taken by the chairperson. And because to open it up will be...
There is a big question there, Mr. Chairman.
Every question is big.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
because
when your member, allow me to say this, when your member raises a question to a witness, I think it is proper.
Maybe let me first get
for the witness to respond.
Let me first,
because how are you going to write a report?
Now, where we are interrogating issue by issue, and we don't have a congestion to deal with the congestion of issues. We sort one at a go, because as we interrogate, we are guided by the audit report. Of course, there are some questions outside, and we don't want to lose those which are very important. The Auditor General cited issues of closure, these cases, and what we are left to find out is which process is followed. Now that the chair has taken responsibility, I don't want to drag on that when we have also other issues they have to respond to. Now, no, I'm not giving you the minute. I'm referring now to this, the accounting officer, because you are the responsible for the vote. You must pronounce yourself on now all these as the accounting officer, as the responsible party to the vote.
Mr. Chairman, the chairperson has responded to that, the issue of case management, and she's the chair of the tribunal.
Okay, you raise it after. Let the accounting office, yes, accounting officer proceed.
I was only saying, Honorable Chair, that the issue of tribunals is a function of the chairperson and the commission, and she has responded. I don't have anything useful to add on that.
Hakim, what was your addition there?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Because the accounting office, the chairperson, Human Rights Commission, has taken responsibility over the cases which were closed. Now there is a big question there. If you have taken responsibility, what is the fate of those cases? You decided to make a decision, you as an individual. Were they handled fairly or in a justice manner? What is the fate of those cases since that you are now taking responsibility of them?
Madam Chairperson. Okay, let me accord her a benefit of doubt.
If it pleases Chair and the committee, I can carry those files of those cases which we closed, and this committee can review those files and maybe make a decision. But to answer this question...
Chair, order.
No, wait. What is your order?
Honorable Chairperson, Madam Wangadia. Chair, is she in order to ask this committee for a mandate that is not ours?
Okay.
To handle.
Let me first listen. What were you saying?
No, Chair. She should behave with us very well. She's an honorable person.
This is your responsibility.
Well, noted.
Because she's being defended, now she's beginning to answer us recklessly.
Madam.
It is your responsibility.
Madam Chairperson, what did you mean by carrying files? Maybe it is disturbing.
If by suggesting that I behaved recklessly, I apologize. But I think what I was saying is that for each one of those files which were closed, or where the hearings were terminated, there is a very good cause. And the best way, because there are many, the best way to...
Maybe, Madam Chairperson, I think the Commission has power to close a case. The question we have, can a single individual close case as the case is? Why is it that non-samba... is cited
Maybe.
in closure of cases. Whether there is merit or not, but why empower one person to have to carry the fate of very honest and innocent applicants or petitioners to the commission? I think that's where the issue is.
Chairperson, it's why I mentioned the complaints handling manual. Those letters, which, let me say, director has been signing. By the way, even her predecessors, the previous directors of complaints, investigations, and legal services used to sign those letters on behalf of the commission. They are not non-Samba's letters.
I think we are not after the issue of signing, but the decision to...
The complaints handling manual addresses that issue. If I suggested that maybe we share that manual again, I don't want to sound reckless.
Maybe what you can advise.
Madam Chair.
No, not everyone should be on the microphone. Let's have order. Wait. Let's have order. Yes, Honorable Dake.
Yeah, just as a way forward, I think what we do, you see, why they wanted you to be for as a tribunal to determine is to avoid bias, to ensure there is fairness. So what you do, the cases that you closed alone, you can bring back all those files, call your commissioners, constitute a proper tribunal, and then review them and decide whether you need to close or to continue with the case. I think that's the best solution.
Yes, Honorable Nangoli.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Chairman, our procedures here are very clear that before you access the microphone, you must go through the chair. It's good that you have given me the opportunity. Mr. Chairman, in addition to what Honorable Nakia said, Honorable Chairperson, what the commissioners have raised, they are very right. Whatever you people did with Madam Nansamba was okay. But the process, the procedure used was wrong. Because you know it very well. That's why we are asking for you to give us, you don't need to bring here the files, but we need those cases in particular with illustration how they were handled so that we can refer them to the commission for review. It's not that you bring us here to review them. It is not our mandate to review them. Because I heard you saying that you are going to bring them here for review. No, you need to go back on the drawing board and sit with the commissioners. At least 3, because that's the law. You are 5, 7,
Mr.
at least
Chairman.
3. Yes. And then you review and see, you get back to us. You will just come here and report
Most
that
obliged.
this is what we have done. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
So maybe before you get obliged, it was advisory. We haven't yet made a finding. Our principal duty is to interrogate and make a finding. So you may take their advice, but not as a committee advice. We shall make a finding because our duty is to investigate and make a finding. Now, Honorable Simeo, your hand is up.
Honorable Chair, you know I'm a Christian. And the Bible says, speak the truth, and the truth will save you.
Well,
let us be on record.
Are you starting to say the truth, or you want to add
No,
on
no,
the
no.
truth?
I'm adding on the truth because I'm under oath.
Okay.
UHRC has got 12 regions across the country where we have these tribunals. We have an office in Kampala, an office in Jinja, an office in Soroti, an office in Moroto. I want to be on record in Moroto, in Igulu, in Irira, in Arua, in Hoima, in Fort Potro, in Masaka, in Mbala, and Kabale. The letter I read it to you, which I have submitted, is for Fort Potro. Procedurally, this file was supposed to be closed in Fort Potro during a tribunal session. That is our practice. As honorable members have mentioned, if a mistake was made, let us own it up. There's nothing to hide. Are we together? It has to be in a tribunal session among the 12 regions across the country. That is the normal procedure. Thank you, sir.
But,
Mr.
person,
Chairman.
Madam Chairperson, what are you saying?
I have considered, I have said I take responsibility for the decision to close every case which was closed ever since I took oath as a
Leave alone the
chairperson.
closure. Are you also taking responsibility of any wrong procedure used?
I do take that responsibility, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So I think she has. I think now accounting officer, take us through the last segment of the response. Just to put a code on the unimplemented procurement and the expenditure of 70.41 million. The former accounting officer, Ewan Margaret Rusejang, also considered the record and took responsibility for the diversion, for the procurement of this furniture, as opposed to partitioning. For members, I think you recall. So we move away from 213, you move to 214, and finish 2, because we already handled the 3. Give us your quick responses before we get involved in this matter.
Thank you very much.
Let him first respond, then we open up at once.
Thank you
so
very
we
much,
engage on
Honorable
others.
Chair. 2.1.4 was on low bidder participation. Honorable Chair, this had to do with the procurement processes for the construction of UHRC Moyo field office, and it was in respect to procurement of electrical, mechanical, and external works for Moyo and the construction itself. Honorable Chair, the Commission at first enlisted, advertised for, it called for, through call for quotations, people to construct our Moyo field office, and there was no response. A second attempt was made, and only one of the 5 bidders in each case responded.
Please proceed,
Thank
accounting
you.
officer.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson. So, the issue at hand was we did the needful. We invited the public potential bidders to respond, but unfortunately the response was low. We were advised going forward to look for regional lots. And this being a procurement that is not done every day, we took the advice and we undertake, should there be a similar undertaking, say in Kasese or Kotido, we will take this advice. Otherwise, our hands were really tied. We did the needful, but the responses were low. That is all I can say on 2.1.4, Honorable Chair. I carried with me the relevant documentation showing what we did in that regard, which I will present to the committee. The 2.1.5 is contract management deficiencies. This was a question of contract managers not filing reports with on the ongoing procurements, which is a very good practice in order not to lose track of how the procurement is being managed. I must admit, Honorable Chair, and it was the admission of the accounting officer then, that there was some reluctance by some of our officers. But going forward, that has since been addressed, contract management deficiencies, and I'm happy to report, Honorable Chair, that we have contract management reports in the subsequent procurement. For instance, the contract management report in respect of construction of Moyo Field Office, dated 3rd March 2026, the contract management report for hotel services for human rights training workshop for prisons officers, dated April 4th August 2025, contract management report for staff organization development workshop, the regulatory impact assessment for the national civic
Have
education,
you availed us
among
with
others.
copies? Have you availed with copies
They are
of
all
that?
here. They are all here. Whatever I'm mentioning, Honorable Chair.
Have you availed our secretariat?
I avail them after speaking to them. We've come with them today.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a reluctance in that regard, but we have since strengthened this, and we pledge to continue doing better in line with what I've just presented. Honorable Chair, the 2.2.3 was failure to dispose of vehicles that had exceeded their useful lives. Mr. Chairman, we did not dispose of these vehicles according to the explanation given by the former accounting officer, was because of poverty. There was a fear to dispose of the only available vehicles, which was not right, but the situation forced the commission at the time to do that. And the Auditor General advised that the commission should seek more funding from Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development to purchase
Yes, Procedure.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'm not seeing the clerk to this committee. I don't know who is recording what the accounting officer is submitting. Are we therefore proceeding well in that, under that arrangement?
Mr. Chairman, also another point to note. It is supposed to be internal, but Mr. Chairman, the reality is we have an entity that has waited for the last 2 hours, Mr. Chairman. When if you are the one, you go, you are a lawyer, you know it. You go to court, you are expected to appear at 2, and then they usher you in at 5. By the time you are ushered in, even the information that you would have got would have disappeared. Need to do something, Mr. Chairman. We have interacted with this entity for long.
Regarding the last one, of course, we're trying to finish up with the HRC such that we handle the...
With your indulgence, I request that within 10 minutes I should be done.
Where is the clerk? Technical team, where are you? I think we have a problem with it. Webby, please be at your station. You conclude in 5 minutes.
Chair.
Just go direct to your responses.
Okay.
The details are captured in the report.
The issue of vehicles, we proceeded and sought more funding from government, which is detailed in the 10.4 billion supplementary, which was eventually became part of the MTEF. And I'm happy to report the Commission has now procured since 2024-2025 21 vehicles and subsequently disposed of the old fleet. And we are continuing with that trend. Even in this financial year, we have received funding to buy 3 more vehicles. So we are on good track on that one, Honorable Chair. And the proof of this is contained here, which I'm submitting to the committee. Honorable Chair, the other aspect was underutilization and improper reporting of the Commission land, and in particular, Buganda Road, Masaka, Soroti, and Lira. I had explained this in our last appearance, but for refreshing ourselves, Buganda Road, we are on course. We now have an inception report, that should lead us to a feasibility study for a public-private partnership, and the process of renewing the lease titles is underway at the KCCA Zonal Land Office. And for Soroti, construction work has begun in earnest. We contracted technical officers from the Ministry of Works and Transport who are helping the Commission in this exercise. Last financial year, JELOS released 100 million, which has helped us with architectural designs, bills of quantities. JELOS has undertaken to provide 1.6 billion in this financial year, and that construction should go on well. Masaka, we faced a challenge because of the Mutukula-Masaka Highway, and we are in negotiations with the Ministry of Works to allocate us another piece of land. And regarding Lira, we are also progressing with the transfer of title, but when there was change in leadership at Lira, we faced some challenges, which we are following up with the Honorable Minister of Local Government. The proof to that is also, I have a special file on land. Honorable Chair, this is a file on whatever I've said on Masaka land, which we are leaving with the committee. Soroti, equally we have a special documentation for what I've said. And also Buganda land, Buganda Road, it is here, including the the inception report. Honorable Chair, the other aspect was on review of the overall performance of the Commission's strategic plan, and the concern was on funding of the strategic plan and rolling over to the next strategic plan those aspects that had not been implemented, as the 24-25 was the end of the strategic plan, and the Auditor General found out that there were aspects that we had not concluded and guided and advised that they should be rolled over. Honorable Chair, I'm happy to report that we did the rollover to the subsequent strategic plan, and the activities are highlighted here, which are in the current strategic plan, and how we plan to implement them in this strategic plan, which ends in 2029-2030. And the documentation is also contained in this file. Honorable Chair.
When you say file, are you submitting it on the
Yes, whatever is here is for the committee.
Anyone from
Honorable
technical?
Chair.
Let's first receive them. You may again carry them away. Someone from technical. Repeat, which the first file had what?
All of them.
The first document is what?
The first one.
Yes.
Is on low bidder participation.
Yes. The second one.
The second one is on contract management deficiencies.
Yes.
The third one is on failure to dispose of vehicles.
Yes.
The fourth one relates to land in Masaka.
Yes.
The fourth one is about Soroti land, where construction work, I said, is beginning in earnest.
Yes.
Then this one is on Buganda Road land.
Yes.
And the progress so far. And this one is about what we did to roll over issues in the previous strategic plan to the current one.
Okay.
Honorable Chair, I was proceeding now to review of the implementation of the strategic plan in terms of targets. That has also been taken care of in the current strategic plan. And with me here, I have what we reported to this Honorable Parliament in our last year's annual report to Parliament. And we have clearly detailed how that has been taken forward on these pages, which I would also like to hand over to the committee.
Yes. I'll hand over to her. Don't press there. It's someone from technical.
Honorable Chair, the other concern was on performance of Government of Uganda warrants, and in particular, the Auditor General was concerned about the wage that had not been utilized. But before the wage, it is performance on non-tax revenue, Honorable Chair, NTR. We had projected to receive to collect 57 million in NTR, but we collected 87. So the Auditor General queried us for poor planning. Why did we project to receive less and we received more? And the advice was going forward to plan better. And we have since stepped up this aspect, because NTR by the Commission largely comes from sale of bids and disposal of items. Therefore, we should know at every beginning of a financial year, what do we intend to procure, what do we intend to dispose of. And we have since taken this advice, and we look forward to strengthening that area. Then the other aspect was on utilization of Government of Uganda warrants, and I was talking about the wage that had not been utilized.
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry to interject a little. The county officer is rushing very fast on all these issues, but we have questions. I have questions.
Yes, the procedure we designed, let him present, then we open up the questions. He's covering just the 3 pages, which we left out last time. Then we are going to ask at once.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I was talking about the GOU warrants and where we were queried for having not spent money on wage to the tune of 811 million. The then accounting office explained we had the challenge of RAPEX rationalization, and the government had advised that only critical positions are filled. And in order to fill them, you have to first seek authority from the Minister of Public Service and the Attorney General. And this situation still subsists. The Commission's hands are tied. But we are continuing to engage, and I carried the proof, Honorable Chair, of the correspondences between the Commission and Minister of Public Service in this regard. And even right now as we speak, I wrote to the PS Minister of Public Service on the 9th of July, saying that this query is cured. We are awaiting a response. And I would also like to, since you have guided the technical people to be picking, I don't want to place it here.
Please, whatever document you refer to, you have to.
Honorable Chair, the other aspect was on those were the unfinished business, and there are these ones which were not taken to do with the procurements I spoke about. I would also like to invite the technical team to take them.
Maybe as you conclude, there was also a discussion of generators. Talk about it. And assets.
Honorable Chair, the generators in question were procured in this financial year, which is under audit by the Auditor General. They fall outside the audited
now that it has come up, how are you going to rectify it?
We look forward to what the current audit will establish, but as for now...
Now, you know where they are. He said he returned his...
Yes, we have it and I confirmed.
Yes.
He returned it, is available.
And
the chair also has undertaken to return the one at her home, as we discussed earlier on. We shall receive them. We shall receive it, and they form part of... They are already part of the Commission assets. The issue is location right now.
Let's stand this way in the next 5-7 minutes. Let's get the reaction. Yes, Honorable Sechtoreko.
Chair, with the accounting officer as he has taken us through, that is where we have reserved this information, because now that is where people always come back to claim that they may be tarnished my name. If you are stating on somebody who has that generator, mention the name so that we can know.
The power of Grace Live Concert. Here's Grace Nachimela. Nachimela come Augusitaji, Murudamu Liza, Communal September, come Pilabin Mukaga, Kampala Serena Hotel, Agenda John Golosa, Kumitan Kuminetano, Habanakina Comsasura Kuminesatu, and Meza Million Santo, Hakuimini Bazazona, Habamutegera, Habatamutegera, Mutegera, Kubamutegera, Wakuaku Sintentin and Juju. After that, Communal September, come Pilabin Mukaga, Kampala Serena Hotel, Gomitan Center, Pepsi, French Supermarket, Rose Farm, Fenona, Serena Hotel, NBS TV, Senuka TV, You Got Tunes, Gamayambi Wonko Feed the Stress Foundation.
Mami! Wanje sabo? Ugamotia. Wina kachi. Ha. Kagulinzi tekako. Kagulinzi. I want everything, eh? Okay. Yes. So, when I pay the time, this will increase my loan limit. Hey, Hemutieni Momo. Madam, remove the food, put more meat, add the meat. Yes. Hey. Now, these are the fruits of paying your loan is in time.
That's right. Every time you repay your Momo loan on time, your loan limit can increase, giving you access to more money when you need it most. Dial *165*5# to borrow, pay back, and grow your limit with Momo loans.
You have juice? Yes. Juice in me.
Abanyamusale abanyamukako muko wamawuno anguse no mwana wa muka latinamo timanja Universe idembarara gatano September 12 mukaga kokuyingira kugenda kwa mutwalo vyepe mitwalo 2 golde mitwalo 5 atempula nabi yakakane atengambe tani kulanga kulala Universe idembarara gatano September 12 mukaga yelini paso festival.
The playground has moved. More than a third of Uganda is online now, and half the country is under 18. 1 in 5 Ugandan children face cyberbullying. Most never tell anyone. It can look like trolling, body shaming, even grooming. Different harm, same silence. Be a cyber hero. Protect a child online the way you would in person. Mute it, report it, check on them. A hero doesn't have to be big. They just have to do something. Be a cyber hero.
18 schools, 1 stage. Only the sharpest minds survive.
Who led to the rebuilding of the walls of Jerusalem? Joshua. That's not correct.
Group stage weeds out the weak. Quarterfinals raise the stakes.
Let's go.
Only 6 make it to the semis and just 2 fight for the trophy. Every round, someone's dream ends. Every question, a school's legacy is written.
What Old Testament prophet was told to marry a prostitute?
Inter-Schools Bible Quiz Challenge coming soon on MTN TV.
Omweshongozi wawe ririye nabasoma kweshongori kaenda yawe nowatine ruhanga yakukunda nakukunda isyataya kitagurira kituletera Kampala omuli Serena Hotel ebiro makumesho tubikomana n'umwako kutandika no shamwenda emiryango neza kuba yigwirwe twatandikira kushemererwa jishuka ngo shigatirwa beshongozi ba gospel bakunda abaratere nanga mpanuka ukutaha hamwe n'imitwaro leta vip imitwaro 20 tebos miliyoni 3 hamwe na n'itanu z'abamazireyo kumanyabukiraho tera 078 50 59 nkaganina bishagikirwe.
NBS Tonight, brought to you by
Access to capital is one of the biggest challenges facing entrepreneurs today. For businesses across Africa, this single issue has stopped many people from starting, while many others still find a way to launch.
Utilizing AI, you don't start building from scratch, right?
Tonight on Business Perspective, we look at venture capital, how it works, and how you can tap into this opportunity.
In exchange, like now, you instead of going to the bank to borrow money and you pay back, an investor will give you capital, but in exchange, you give part of ownership of your company.
This is Business Perspective. I am Isabella Tugumi.
So we must also compare the statements vis-a-vis the account numbers availed by the accounting officer. Yes, Miss Doreen, I see your hand up. Please give her microphone. Let her have.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I'm seeking clarity. Do you mean financial year 2025-2026?
What I need now, we will mention, because you're on record confirming that you have received money for activities of the chairperson on your personal account. So you make your own statement from the time you started receiving. I think you said from towards end of 2025. That was the first, around August. And just the officers will assist you in which findings we are looking at. And because that statement will now substantiate for us the money you received, what activities was it used for, and then because we are interrogating aspects of expenditure, and which have been a bit reviewed as questionable, and these will assist us to make a finding and appropriate recommendation. I would have required also the chairperson to make a statement, but now that those who received the money have not refused, they are only trying to justify. Let's get statements from your personal assistants. By the Miss Wanga, do you confirm that she was your PA? Miss Nansamba, and this one you confirmed already. Do you confirm that these were your personal assistants?
I didn't know it was an issue, Mr. Chairman. I do confirm.
Okay. And just to offset so that we don't disturb you again if you call it disturbance, are you aware of the money they received, and did you account for it or they accounted for it?
I don't remember the amounts, but I'm aware that they received money for activities in my office.
Okay. So let the two personal assistants, as by then, go and make a statement. It will assist us to make appropriate inquiries. For Uganda Human Rights Commission, we continue with our investigation. I want to let you off for now. We shall invite you as and when we find that there is some deserving information that require thorough and additional interrogation. Since you are in office, and for now I want to adjourn this meeting, but putting your notice that should the findings require that we have to interface with you, you will be notified accordingly. And colleagues, before I call off this meeting, we have an engagement with the National Social Security Fund, which I think we can immediately handle, at least for the next one hour, to iron out some remaining issues over the projects. They have a project, the NSSF Tower. We have the Temangalo issue. We summoned Ewan Amos Nzei to appear physically, because his lawyer could not answer some of the questions. And there's that investigation over the Temangalo issue, and the additional arising issues on the audit report on the National Social Security Fund. So I will seek your indulgence that you remain behind. We finish up this so that we can have our break at once around 4:30. 4:30. Because if I allow a break now, then we shall drag on. But for Human Rights Commission, CID police take our witnesses, the two witnesses, for a statement, and concentrate on the deposits, they received on behalf of the chairperson. I want to adjourn this meeting for now.
Join renowned Pan-African Bishop Joshua Maponga Marara III from Zimbabwe as the keynote speaker at the 9th Pan-African Pyramid Global Awards 2026 and 12th anniversary dinner to be held on the 29th of August 2026 at Munyonyo Speak Resort from 2 p.m. The theme is honoring the humanitarian legacy of Comrade Rajiv Ruparelia. Book your dinner card now on 0757 342 317 or 0782 342 317. This is the true awakening of African Renaissance. Come, let's rekindle our roots. Africa, don't agonize, organize. Powered by
NBS Tonight. Brought to you by
Access to capital is one of the biggest challenges facing entrepreneurs today. For businesses across Africa, this single issue has stopped many people from starting, while many others still find a way to launch.
Utilizing AI, you don't start building from scratch, right?
Tonight on Business Perspective, we look at venture capital, how it works, and how you can tap into this opportunity.
In exchange, like now, you instead of going to the bank to borrow money and you pay back, an investor will give you capital. But in exchange, you give part of ownership of your company.
This is Business Perspective. I am Isabella Tugumi.
abanyamusalela abanyamukako muko wamawuno aguse n'omwana w'omukanatinamu universe inembalala gatano Septemba 2026 kokuyingira kugenda kwa mutwalo vyepe emitwalo ebiri golula emitwalo 5 ate platinum yakakane ate ngambe talikulanga kulala universe inembalala gatano Septemba 2026 yelini paso festival.
Too many ads? Expensive subscription? You deserve better. And artists, thousands of plays, but nothing to show for it. This ends now. Introducing Yuga to the new home of your favorite music on Afro Mobile. Listeners, stream your favorite songs ad-free at no cost. Artists, earn from every stream. Withdraw your royalties anytime from as low as 20,000 Uganda shillings. This is music that pays off. This is music that belongs to you. Ugatunes, your sound, your stage, your reward.
August 2026 is here! And Yada for Life presents Mujatu Sinze 2026 Nsima Edition on Saturday 29th August 2026 at Imperial Royal Hotel with a lineup of heavenly voices and ministers. Are you grateful to God for what He has done and accomplished in your life? Do you have a reason to ultimately thank God for? Get your deluxe ticket for 30K, gold for 50K, platinum for 100K, and a table at 2 million. Doors open at 4 p.m. Buy your ticket at Unique Uniforms Uganda House and at House of Rest, former Fidodido. For bookings and reservations, call 0760-595-316 or 0708-766-536. Mujatu Sinze 2026 Nsima Edition, and proudly sponsored by Yuga Tunes, Afro Mobile, Yuka TV, and NBS Music.
What if creativity had a home? Welcome to Next Creator, where creators, brands, and audiences connect. Step into the Content Hub, a space built for creators to dream, learn, and produce with state-of-the-art equipment and a virtual studio. Discover Next Influencer, the platform that vets and connects influencers to brands and delivers real results through data and reporting. Share your music with the world through Yuga Tunes, your go-to music distribution platform, and experience it all on Afro Mobile, the streaming platform that brings every story to life. From creators to audiences, from brands to stories, when we come together, creativity truly comes to life. Next Creator, create what's next.
Teko mukaweefube waffe owalinnya step leero ffenna tulabe nti buli lugendo luggwa bulungi tusange ku mitimbagano omanyi enkyukakyuka gy'osobola okuleeta ng'okozesa hashtag yaffe #linnya step.
NBS. Always.
Walk through any part of Kampala after a heavy downpour and you will quickly see one of the city's biggest challenges. Plastic bottles, polythene bags, and other waste often end up where they shouldn't, blocking drainage channels, contributing to flooding and creating a public health risk. It's a problem government says can no longer be left to local authorities alone. And that's why Uganda has introduced the National Cleaning Days, setting aside the last Saturday of every month for communities across the country to clean their surroundings. But can a monthly cleanup change daily habits, or does building a cleaner Uganda require a different way of thinking altogether? I'm Victoria Subatsani. Welcome to Impact Uganda.
For many Ugandans, seeing litter along roads, in markets, and around drainage channels has become an all too familiar sight. As towns and cities continue to grow, so too does the amount of waste they generate. Managing that waste has become one of the country's most pressing environmental and public health challenges.
Your Excellency, it is with great honor that I stand here on this very special day of the launch of the National Cleaning Days initiative that was started by His Excellency the President and to be launched by you, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Major Retired Jessica Rose Appel Alupo aliomu bwatieka. Bana Uganda bannange mwenna kino kye tukola tumaze omwaka mulamba nga tufumba because the cabinet that was held on Monday 11th August 2025 approved the National Cleaning Days initiative and for the launch and implementation. Allow me to congratulate the National Organizing Committee, which I chair. The National Organizing Committee consists of the Vice President, but the Vice President is too big, and so I'm there. Nze njikubiriza the Minister of Health, Office of the President, Minister of Water and Environment, Minister of ICT and National Guidance, KCCA, aba KCCA namwe we muli mweno committee, Ministry of Local Government, bonabona ba ministers. In fact, we said let this be the whole of government approach. Government yonna mweri nga minister wa health bwabagambye ebitundu 75 ku bulwadde obututikomya mu malwaliro obusinga tusobola obutangira era buva ku bujama ebiddukano omusujja guva ku bukyafu olw'okuba tosobodde kusaawa esike kuli okumpi oba okugyawo amazzi agalegamye ensiri ne zizaalira omwo ne zivaawo ne zijja zikuluma oba ne ziruma abaana ekivaamu omusujja ne gututira ki abaana baffe. And so once this initiative is implemented, I mean the National Cleaning Days, we will strengthen our commitment to enhance household incomes. How? Because abantu baba tebajja kulwala, that means abantu bana tebalwadde, abantu baffe bajja kuba balamu ate bakola emirimu gyabwe. Your Excellency, we have a slogan for this day, and it is as follows: a clean Uganda is everybody's responsibility. Uganda ennyonjo buvunaanyizibwa bwa buli muntu, oli mwana, oli mukyala, oli musajja, ffenna kituvunaanyizibwako. A clean Uganda is everybody's responsibility. If we embrace this slogan, we shall be agents of change in our respective communities. We shall be able to change mindsets of our people. And this resounds the critical role that proper waste management, sanitation, and hygiene plays, not only in a prerequisite to health, but also for the well-being of tourism and everybody productive. And so members, sagala kubamalira budde, we have the guidelines. Tuludenga tufuma magari tukoledde mwaka. Here are the guidelines. Ate buli muntu twamuwadde omulimu gwe. Ministry ya Health obuvunaanyizibwa bwayo bumanyi. Byonna biwandiike muno. Abambadde baga tukiguddemu bugwi nedda. Nga bwe mumanyi gavumenti yaffe ya NRM yo eina oli tumuyita champion, the lead champion. President ye lead champion. Era kyemanyi naye waali saawa zino ateekwa kubanga alongoosa. Mumukubire mu ngalo ez'amaanyi. Nakati champion tasobodde kujja n'atusindikira champion omulala. Uno mumulaba. Ate ye yakedde ffenna n'atusooka. Oyo naye champion. Madamu njagala okusiima. Kubanga wansoose ate nange no bamanyi sisaaga naye mbadde ekyabulawo eddakiika 10 omukolo gutandike naye nsaze wansoose. I want to apologize.
We are proud to be part of this process. As an institution, we champion wealth creation and we transform the livelihoods of the active poor. And in here, we make sure that they are able to have affordable credit, they're able to have capacity building, and they're able to work together into the circles. We work with the circles to ensure that there is socio-economic transformation. They're able to get the jobs, they're able to have improved household incomes, they're able to start up enterprises, they're able to make sure that actually they have got a living that they're earning on a daily basis. And that's why we work with circles across the country. Now, for this particular purpose, one, you cannot be able to create wealth if you're not healthy. So we say healthy mind, healthy body, you must be able to have wealth. So one of the things that we are looking at is, as an institution, and that's why we're here, is that a healthy body must be able to create great health. So we are championing this cause that as an agency of government that has been brought to us, that all our myogas, all our circles are part of this process, so that when they are healthy, they can be able to make money. The myogas have received initial seed capital, they have received additional seed capital, others are in the third time receiving additional seed capital. So it is very important for them to work when they are healthy.
We sincerely appreciate and thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda,